he maybe knows Tono. He's so successful today, he's a taxi driver in the city of New York. Reverend Sheena, who was actually in New York, but he was en route from Hawaii to New York. And the third priest was a guy named Makito Fukuda. And I was sitting there kind of, watching the scenery go by and not paying attention to what they were talking about. But unbeknownst to them, I understand Japanese. Mm-hmm. And when you understand a language nobody knows you understand, lots of interesting things happen. You hear lots of things that you probably should never hear.
That's right.
I had 40 years of experience with that. But in any case, I was sitting here kind of daydreaming, and I heard the discussion how to sever President Ikeda from the Soka Gakkai. In other words, how to kick President Ikeda out of the Soka Gakkai. And with that, to be able then, as a leaderless organization, take over our organization and become the leadership for our organization. And I was shocked. I about fell out of the car. And I was so shocked I stupidly turned around and gave off a big gasp. And they said, "Oh, we better change the subject." I realized that I spoke. But I notified President Ikeda's office what I had heard. And 10 years later, actually, it was in January of 1991, I received a phone call if I would relay again what it was that I had heard 10 years before. And from that, so-called Operation C was born. Now, a lot of people, really don't understand what's going on with the temple issue or our Soka Spirit movement, etc. And many times we get very carried away and we call each other bad names, etc. But one word that always sticks in my mind, we always refer to our campaign as a campaign against evil. And why I bring that up is, for 10 years, it was known that at some point in time in the future, we were going to be severed from the Nichiren Shoshu organization. As it turned out, it happened after the 700th anniversary of the founding of the head temple Taiseigaji, of whom President Ikeda was the chairman, and millions of dollars were collected from our STI members from around the world. Millions of dollars over a 1 month period of time. That was in October of 1990. Right away, 1991, and in November of 1990, President Ikeda was actually excommunicated. After, of course, he turned in millions of dollars. I call that evil. For 10 years to plot, for 10 years to take the money of the members, for 10 years really to do lip service, I guess, the understanding that at some point in time we're going to do. So it's kind of a dark subject to talk about, and people maybe don't know about it much today, but the so-called Operation C, which is Operation Cut, did actually exist, and it was 15 years ago. The head temple finally acknowledged that this man named Fukuda was the author of that, and acknowledged the fact that the tape that was allegedly things that President Ikeda said was not true. So anyway, something they give cause for thought to think about, and please understand that fortunately today, we asked about who's the most important person in our life, that we do have a mentor such as President Ikeda who's been able to go through all those hardships and lead us out into the bright sunshine. So that's where we are today. So again, it's my pleasure to be here with you. Thank you very much.